Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I hope you're doing wonderful today. Before we dive in, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, of course. I really do appreciate that. So today I wanted to talk about why most people won't make it this cycle. And I want to zoom in on Caspa for today because there is a lot of FUD around Caspa. People are shitting their pants, they don't know what to do, they sell because they are afraid, they are buying green candles on other projects and so on. And those people are not going to make it, guys. I want to give you my perspective on Caspa. Let's zoom in on the chart, let's zoom in on the fundamentals, and I hope to give you a clear vision, at least my vision of Caspa and what I'm expecting in the coming year for it. So currently, the fear and greed index of the general market is in fear modus. Bitcoin was selling off a little bit yesterday, so we are around 60k, an important support zone for right now. If we zoom in at Caspa, where is it be? It's still in spot 28 actually, so in my opinion, Caspa is not doing bad at all. We're trading around 13 cents, is a strong support level over there. Market cap around $3.2 billion, and we are down 7% over the last 7 days. If you take a look at other projects, some are up, some are down, give or take. Caspa is not doing that bad if you take notice of the drop from all-time high to the current levels in comparison to most other projects in the top 50. So first, let's take a look at some accumulation because we have almost 440k addresses with more than one gas. And as you can see, over the last 24 hours, we are seeing some significant accumulation. A lot of fishes, a lot of dolphins and some sharks. So that is positive in my opinion. So there is definitely some accumulation going on. If we take a look at the hash rate, because that is important as well, let's load this page. It's really slow. I mean, we are still above 1000 petahashes per second. It's stable. It's doing great in my opinion. I don't have to tell you about the fundamentals of Caspa. If you don't know the fundamentals, please just study it for like 20 hours and you know what you are buying or what you're already holding. So do that if you don't have a good conviction about these projects and you have it in your portfolio. You didn't do your due diligence enough, in my opinion. So I'm not going to dive into that. So let's dive into some charts. So this chart is the Bitcoin weekly chart, the all-time chart actually. And as you can see, it's a beautiful chart. It follows a power law. Bitcoin is following multiple power laws actually, but also in the sense of price and time. As you can see, bear market, bear market, bear market, bear market. I want to give you some perspective on this. You know, some people in 11, the price was around $30 and then it sold off all the way to below $3. People sold over here and then it ran up to over $1,000, guys. Can you imagine that some people around this time over here was telling on X, on Twitter to themselves, Bitcoin is dead. It's going nowhere, it's going to zero. I bet your ass on it that a lot of people were thinking that way. They were emotional. Yes, and the same is happening for Caspa right now. So if we zoom in of the weekly chart on Caspa, let me correct this a little bit so you can see. We actually have a beautiful chart, guys, in my opinion at least. So it's really good. Okay, the top is a little bit flattening. It wasn't that steep up in the sense of price action to the upside than last year, but still it's doing great. It's outperformed most coins, or did like something like the same in the sense of return on investment. So we are basically around October, and October last year we were sitting at 5 cents basically. And yes, over here in end of November we were at the same level, but remember, this was the high and now we are at the low. That is a big difference. So if we take the high over here, 14 cents, to the high to from last high was around 20 cents. It isn't that bad at all. even if you mention and think about that Bitcoin is in like a sideways downward price action for 7 months. So I'm not worried at all. So if we zoom in at the daily, then some people are saying they're calling for 10 cents, 8 cents, 7 cents, 5 cents, and even 2.5 cents. I think they're just being afraid. So they're looking at this pattern and they think it's going to break down to the downside. You know, I don't have a crystal ball. Nobody has. Nobody knows what's going to happen for Caspa in the sense of price action. Nobody knows what the current market of Bitcoin, the general crypto market, is going to do. That are true 100% facts. But what I do know and what I believe is that Bitcoin is tied up to the liquidity cycle, the global liquidity cycle. And I believe the global liquidity will go up in the coming months and the coming year. And I believe that Bitcoin is going to go up in price. And I believe it will go above 100K at least. I think it's actually will go higher. And if that is the case, I believe Caspa will be at a way higher price than the current price right now. Even if we dip to 5 cents, for example, what we don't know if that is going to happen or not, I'm betting it's not happening. But even if it would, I still believe that the price of Caspa next year will be way, way, way higher than the current price. So for me personally, this is a good buy because it is relatively a low price, in my opinion. Can the price go lower? Yes, of course it can, but nobody knows if it's going to be actually going to happen. If Bitcoin is dropping to 50K, yes, of course Caspa is going to drop. It's not a miracle coin that is trading up against Bitcoin when Bitcoin is falling. And sometimes it actually does, but not always. So we're still in a corrective modus, in my opinion. There is some more downside possibly, but I think 11 to 12 to 13 cents will be the bottom. I know I see the sentiment around Caspa right now, and it's looking really familiar with all the other bottoms over here, over here, over here. I can remember them like yesterday. People were afraid and did stupid things. So yeah, I just bought more yesterday. I bought a big bag. I already had a big bag, and to be clear, my first buy was at 1.5 cents. My average is around 2.5 cents, and I bought yesterday big time because I believe the fundamentals and the risk to reward is better right now than back at 3 cents area, because it is now a top 50 coin. The fundamentals are increasing. The hash rate is up. We have the crescendo update in Q1 2025, and so on. So I believe it's a really great buy, risk reward at this point in time. And yes, it can drop 30% from this point, or 10 or 20 or even 50%. But if you compare, just look at this, guys. If you just draw this down, we just dropped 36%. Not even 50, guys. I mean, it isn't that bad at all, in my opinion. And in my opinion, time in the market is way more important than timing the market. And I know maybe it sounds a little bit cheesy, but that is the truth. People are talking about over here right now to sell and buy back lower. I mean, you must be stupid as hell if you want to do that. Of course, you do you, but you could lose your position out of emotional fear, because we know Caspa can run up pretty quick. Look at this over here. Most of the time Caspa runs like 2 weeks and it's going straight up, boom, 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 and you miss your position. That is how simple it goes, and that is a bad strategy, in my opinion. You always, in my opinion at least, you should DCA down. Start DCAing in right now and DCA all the way to the bottom, and maybe it's 10 cents, maybe it's 11 cents, maybe this is the bottom, or maybe we go to 5 cents, but who cares? I mean, I'm pretty sure, and if you have high conviction as well and you trust the liquidity cycle, the Bitcoin 4-year cycle and so on, you must understand that there is a really high probability that Caspa is at a way higher price than the current price right now. That is at least my opinion, and I want to share just my opinion with you guys. So I would advise, or maybe not advise, but I would suggest, don't do stupid things. make a plan if you don't have a plan already. You don't want to sell low, you want to buy low, and you want to sell high. That is how the game is. That is how you can win the game and not the other way around. That is a really important factor in my opinion. So I hope this video gave you some perspective. I think Caspa isn't that in a bad spot at all. We know Kraken actually confirmed that they're going to list Caspa on spot. They are integrating it right now. They announced it on their website, guys. So a T1 listing is coming. What do you think that's going to do with the price? The price will go up. It's simple as that. If we get one T1 listing, I'm pretty sure other T1 exchanges will follow. That is how it works. Take a look at Bitenza, for example. T1 listings, they were following up each other in a matter of days. That is how it works in my opinion. So that is what I believe, and that is where that's my strategy, and that's how I act on this. So I bought a big bag around 13.4 cents, and if the price will drop lower, I will buy more. That is what I'm going to do. All right, guys, leave a comment down below. Ask me some questions if you have questions. If this video gave you a little bit of insights or value, just like the video. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate that. All right, guys, I wish you a wonderful day. Crypto T out.